Hey guys, I'm back with something different today, and I'll be showing you guys my holiday makeup with YesStyle. Always thoroughly moisturize your face before applying makeup to avoid caking. Here I'm just using some random face mask I had laying around. Let's begin! I'm just going to clip my hair back so it won't bother me later on. I'm starting with contact lenses since I'm as blind as a bat. I highly recommend doing this before doing the rest of your makeup since it can make your eyes water and smudge everything. I always put on lip balm at the beginning as well. We want the lipstick or lip tint to go on well later. Now moving on to the makeup base. I'm using a purple base to brighten up my skin tone. Here I'm just making sure I distribute it evenly so it won't look patchy. I'm going to color correct blemishes and around the nose with a green concealer to cancel out the redness. Feel free to dab with your fingers on troubled areas instead of using a brush for more coverage. Moving on to foundation. I'm lazy, so I'm using a cushion version of my favorite foundation. Please never pick up product on the edge of the cushion puff. That's how you get harsh lines that you don't want with cushions. I always start applying product in the middle of my face. It makes it look like it's very subtly highlighted since the foundation will be slightly thicker than the rest of your face even after blending. This cushion is rather high coverage, so I'm just going to lightly conceal, but if you're still seeing things you want to cover, feel free to do more. It's important to set all your hard work in. Discarding this shame of a puff that comes with the Fenty powder, use a powder brush. This is quite fine and blurring, so I'm picking up quite a bit of it. I tap off the excess before dabbing, not brushing. We don't want to drag off all those layers with the brush. Today I'll be using this palette that YesStyle was so kind to have sent to me. It's got 4 eyeshadows and a blush all in complementary colors. We'll start by using the base color labeled number 1 on the palette all over the eyelids. Using what's left over on the brush, we'll focus on the lower outer corner of the eyes and lightly brush over to the lower inner corners as well. Now taking the palette's color labeled number 3, we'll work on darkening the outer and inner corners of the eyes. Once again with what's left over, darken the lower outer corners and very lightly brush towards the lower inner corners as well. Now take the palette's color labeled number 4, overlap it onto the outer corners of the eyes to give it a more youthful appearance. Then take color number 2 and apply it onto the middle of your eyelids. If you're going to line your waterline, make sure not to go overboard and draw it too far in. If not, it might smudge. Your eyelids may be different, but for mine, I can't draw too thick of a line. If not, it might cover up the folds of my eyes. Create a wing that suits your eyes. I recommend following the angle of your lower eyelids, pretty much extend it following that angle. Once we have the wing, I like to draw backwards to get a clean line. I find it easier to draw the eyeline backwards on the ends of the eyes that's opposite of my dominant hand. Now wing it the same way as the other eye. Then curl your lashes. Clamp a couple of times from the base. Release, then move the curler slightly downwards and repeat until you reach the end of your lashes. For mascara, you know the drill. Apply at the base, then up. Avoid putting too much onto the tips to avoid clumps. So onto contour. Everyone's methods are going to be different, since our facial features are not the same. I seriously lack a nose bridge, so I'm just going to fill that in. Then we're going to slim down the sides of my nose, like so. And not to forget the tip of the nose as well. So my face has got bigger jaws and cheekbones that comes out instead of forward. Taking a mix of the two darkest shades, starting from below the ears, we're going to contour the edge of the jaws to give an illusion that it's more defined. Bring it slightly below the edge as well to create that shadow. Then with what's remained, brush it up gently to slim down the face. Add some right below the chin to reduce the look of double chins as well. Now using the same colors, fill in the hairline. So because my cheekbones stick outwards, we're not contouring underneath it, but rather at the point that it's sticking out from. This is going to create an illusion that it's sticking out less. Right here I'm just filling in the hairline a bit more, which helps to further shrink the face down. Now moving on to highlights, we're going to be using one of these cool multicolored ones. I like my highlights blinding, so I'm going to go ham with this, but always remembering to tap off the excess. Since we pulled the cheekbones in, we're going to highlight the triangle under my eyes, making it pop forward instead of outwards. Can't forget the nose bridge and chin now, make them pop as well. Now back to the eyeshadow palette, we're going to be using the blush in the back. This color is quite intense, so instead of just tapping off the excess, I'm brushing some of the product off onto the back of my hand. I'll be placing the blush in the area between the contour and highlight. Basically all the colors will be concentrated in the middle of my face. If you decide to use falsies, cut them into smaller pieces for a more natural effect. But if you're lazy like me, just use it as it is. Though keep in mind you should always trim off the ends to the length of your eyes. Now before we apply anything to our lips, take a clean tissue and wipe off the excess lip balm. This will help the lip product last longer. The way I apply my lip tints are that I would apply a lot of it, let it sit for a minute or so, then wipe off the excess, basically to really tint my lips. Now I know it looks crazy right now, but taking into consideration that I have red hair, it'll be fine after wiping it off and letting my hair down. So that's it guys, that's my holiday makeup and I hope you enjoyed it.